Stop. That is so inappropriate. So unprofessional.
The fact that your first initial is C too, it just doesn't help.
Just so unprofessional.
Any role we should specifically be getting on, or
Why is there a workout area if we can't work out?
never
Oh,
mind.
that's for a.
You don't have a gym
That's
membership.
premium content.
You step over there, you get a fucking Beretta to the back.
Luckily, I'm not stepping over there. Forgot I can salmon and butt stroke people.
Oh god,
I'm
No, I
gonna
don't know why
kill
it's there. I also don't know why there's only one single weight for each weight, but you know, hey.
Is there?
There we go.
Herj, are you joining?
Alright, so imagine I have the unit patch on now. 'Cause I'm not
Oh
reloading.
my god, so sexy. Respect earned.
Wolverines.
Jesus
Wolverine.
Christ.
Terribly ferocious.
You know, I don't know where 2-1 squad patch is. I think.
Oh, way better than
I
better.
already
One
switched to
doesn't have
transfer.
one. Barn keeps asking somebody to show him how to do it, and nobody will help him.
No one needs to show him how to do it. There's like 7 people in this unit that do it.
No, you have a patch. He means like I mean like an in-game unit. Like he doesn't have an Arma unit made.
You're kidding. He doesn't know how to do that?
He said yes. That was what he asked me and Russ for help, and me and Russ were like, we're busy.
I
maybe
can
later.
do that.
We're busy.
You said you were busy?
I wasn't, but Russ said he took over as 2-4 squad leader, MGO in his backpack if he wanted to. But it had like I guess somebody had slipped it by Schmidt.
Anybody
and
at all?
told Schmidt that it was in
I
there.
can hear you. Can you
So
hear
when
us?
Schmidt found out, he was not happy and made Russ get rid of it.
But now
But now
Russ
that-
is the
Yeah,
authority.
now that Schmidt's not authority anymore, I wonder if you could change it. Whoever's asked if we can hear you, we can hear you, but you're not actually in the server, so it's not really gonna matter.
Whoever was eating that shit in a bowl too, I can hear you fucking slap
Oh no,
your
that was
lips
my
together.
ice and my drink.
I could hear you slap your lips together.
Campbell, you should know what this is. It's Lynchburg lemonade. Come on.
Sorry. I'll try better next time. Nice to know you guys all have your knee pads on. The sergeant will be taking private fucking sessions in his room after this.
Pike acts somebody without knee pads in 1-3. I'm yelling at him.
Anybody
is
out
that
there,
how you
where
got
the
to
fuck
private
is
first
Anthony?
class?
Where is this guy?
Hold on, I'll find him.
He's
Oh,
at
he
ma-
joined his. He joined his.
I told
standard
you all
shit.
you
Hey,
could do
quick
that.
question.
that's
How the fuck do you say your name?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's me. Yep, I was.
What did you do? What did you just do, Campbell?
Huh?
What did you just do?
Nothing.
Why did all of the static objects on the map get added to my visitor face? Fuck off.
Are
They
we?
just got itemized because I just updated the edible objects like you're meant to whenever you join the server.
This is
Fuck
what
that.
my op required.
Also,
Hey,
I
are we
believe
doing
there's
the
dead bodies
guard
and
stop
weapons
training or
first.
right?
This is
no,
what
never
I
mind.
needed for my op. I know.
I mean, look. So hey, hold up. Look it up.
2004 M14.
Nothing for INFT requires the modern shit, so if you guys want to do it in your 06 stuff, I'm totally fine with that. But whatever you pick, I need everybody to be the
God.
fucking same.
That just looks so dirty, Anthony. I'm sorry.
What do you want
Like,
from me?
dude,
What
it's
they
my
made me
squad
there.
too. I understand. I'm just saying, look at those motherfuckers. Look at us.
Just change your helmet, please.
We can't. It's not our choice.
No, at the very least, wear the other version of that helmet.
Oh,
Hell
that
nah.
is.
I literally
What do we
can't.
have?
Hell nah.
No,
I
here, look.
can't.
Look.
Okay,
look, look.
Pirello.
Like a green thumb. You want,
The-
you want
the
to
Nortos.
sort out the
Where the-
R15? I don't.
I got you. Anthony, don't move.
It looks like a rock with moss.
Anthony, don't move.
Not good.
That one.
Oh my god. Oh
That's
my god.
better.
It's a bit better.
That one matches a little bit better. That one's fine.
A little bit better.
I have a heart attack.
I wish I could wear it.
It is. It's in the arsenal. It is literally in there. That's what
I
I
know
wore.
it's in there, but I'm not. I was told not to wear it.
Why not?
What?
Why
I wore it.
There's no
Yeah,
public
buddy,
arsenal in here.
Yeah, did you not
There
see
is
me in
not.
the
We do not. I don't have a public.
No, I did. I just.
Is that arsenal limited?
Notice.
No,
Someone
it's
told me to
not.
wear this one.
Why?
The only
I'll
limited
limit
one is
your
over
ours.
at the setup grounds.
Gonzalez,
Only
you
one.
did your BCT
Damn, I'm crying
yesterday,
about it.
correct?
No, it's a couple weeks ago. I'm just
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, you're wearing the.
so.
Take that off, please.
You want to strip me? You want me to do this?
I mean, if you guys want to do it in the
No, I
06s, you can go to Modern Day if you want. I mean, personally, I think Modern Days are nicer.
Well,
Do one
Look,
of you
this
just
is-
have
this
a
is way better.
basic bitch rifleman kit you can give Gonzalez then with the 06s?
Fraser, that looks like a
I
basic
could
bitch rifleman kit,
public
I'm
my
just gonna
current
say.
loadout.
Yeah, I mean just any kind of just basic rifleman kit.
Who
be
just
fine.
poked
Hold on,
me?
where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? Spoons, come here.
What?
Yeah, you better be carrying my boxes. Come here, give me those.
I'm not currently.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, you don't really need the
Unfortunately.
boxes, but okay.
Hold on,
I
guys,
just set
I'm
my loadout to
Lots of
public.
Mortal Kombat.
Ever
This fly.
disrespect me like that again, bro.
Just saying.
I need my boxes.
Alright, who we missing?
You saying I don't is like disrespecting my dignity.
Alright, I'm gonna do a
boxes
roll
are.
call real quick. If I say your name, fucking speak so that I know you're here.
Whatever.
Pike. Pike's not here. Nars. No. Boonley. Nope. Frito. Nope. Fraser.
Here.
Anthony.
Here.
Moots.
Here.
Fortune. No. So Ariaga's just here to be here, and Gonzalez, you're not signed up, but you want to attend, right?
Yeah,
A refresher
I'm just here to
course.
be
Correct.
here
Okay. Do you already have it?
too. I don't know. I took a
I'll
BCT
check.
course. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh,
then,
yep, that's
then
all you have.
you'll be taking this one too, so you'll be able to get it crossed off your list.
This will help you get PFC.
Sweet.
And there's a kid in there for you. Oh yeah, I got you. So we're just to clarify, we're missing Pike and Fortune.
Why is Anthony smoking? How are you smoking?
Pike and Fortune.
Why aren't you? You want one?
Oh, let me get that. Let me get that. Yeah, give me one. Give me one. Give me one.
Because he values his lens.
We're in the army.
Is there a vape in
Matter
here?
of
Is
fact,
I really shouldn't be smoking actually.
You value
Fucking
anything? here?
jewel mod, holy shit.
there a jewel mod in here?
Yeah, I'm
hold
going on the workshop. Give me a goddamn second.
Mod.
Here, you want a light? Here, take this.
What frat
Hold
boys join
on.
the army?
Who's got
No
one?
way. Frat boys join the army.
All right. Well,
There's a breeze in
everybody's
there.
here, and those two haven't responded at all. So we're gonna get kicked off here, and if they show up late, I might kick them in, and if
Here, it's on
they
the
show up too late, it doesn't matter.
You want classroom Trello or?
I don't give a shit. Classroom for
Why
INFT is
not?
easy as hell. So
Whatever you guys
Exactly, I'll just fucking run it then.
sweet.
On the mod pack.
fuck that.
That was.
Take a goddamn seat.
I think it's like in the bins somewhere.
Oh god damn it.
Oh no, he literally took
Not literally
Holy
take the
shit.
seat. Please don't
Okay.
shoot.
Oh my god, my ears.
I would not like to die today. I like my kneecaps. They're cool.
Take the freaking magazine out of this too.
Specialist
There you
Campbell's missing his knee pads.
If you press 0, you can
Dude,
just
I don't
holster
need
it.
them anymore. I'm
There
fucking
you
used
go.
to getting on my knees for command.
Just make sure that
This is 06, not the 70s. No smoking indoors.
Very good, gentlemen. All right. So, just going through the little bit of classroom stuff that we have to get through. The Warrior Ethos. I will place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit, and I will never leave a fallen comrade. This is kind of the thing we take into every op, every training, everything we do in this unit. If you follow these few things that are in this Warrior Ethos, you will follow anything in the unit, and you will rise to greatness. I promise you that. Swimming right along. The chain of command. So this is a basic chain of command for every person in this unit. As far as I know, of course, none of you are FTLs yet, but your first point of contact will be your fire team lead in specific. That fire team lead is going to be the person that's going to be the main point of authority. You're going to get orders from him, get movement orders, stuff like that. You can go to him for any issues outside of op, inside of op, anything like that. Then the very next point of contact will be your squad lead. That squad lead is going to be the person that oversees the entire squad, so both of his fire team leads, as well as every person inside the squad. If it is a squad-related issue and bigger than your fire team lead may take it up to your squad lead, or you may just go directly to your squad lead. But always try to follow that chain of command and bring it to your fire team lead unless it is a major issue. Then above that squad lead is platoon. Platoon consists of 2 people in command, the platoon sergeant as well as the platoon leader. Platoon leader is that lieutenant with the butter bar, with the silver bar. He's the person that kind of oversees the entire platoon, while the sergeant oversees every person enlisted in NCO within the platoon itself. That is technically his platoon. As a platoon sergeant, he will mostly handle the day-to-day stuff like that, while that platoon lead's going to handle a lot of the administrative. Next is the company. You're going to have 3 people in that company. Company First Sergeant, Company XO, Company CO. So there are quite a few people in our company that you guys know. I'm sure you probably know our company command. If you don't, I will tell you right now. Company First Sergeant is going to be First Sergeant Vincent. Our XO is going to be the lovely Mr. Cooper. And then our CO is going to be the lovely Mr. Alexander. Those are the guys in company. They handle the entire company, which is both of our platoons, Ares and Phalanx. Those are going to be the boys that are going to handle a lot of stuff. Sorry, Vulcan and Phalanx. I'm used to calling them Ares. They are going to handle the entirety of Ares' company. Those are going to be the boys that handle all the big company stuff, handle a lot of the administrative, and handle the day-to-day operation plans with Helios. Then you're going to have Battalion. Those are going to be the big boys. People like Busby, Myers, Ackman, all those people up there in Battalion who are going to do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. You may not see them as much in operation. You may hear stuff inspirational from them. They may attend ops. You may see them around a lot. I know Myers has been intermingling in the squads a lot, so you probably see him around quite frequently. But those are guys that are up in Battalion. They're usually a lot in the team speak and a lot doing stuff on Discord and all that. You may not see them in op, but they are the highest level of command that you will see other than JTFC. Moving right along, we're going to have all the ranks in the enlisted class. So enlisted, just general enlisted, are going to be recruit, private, private second class, private first class, and specialist. So enlisted goes all the way from you privates that are sitting in here to myself. I am still technically enlisted. So I am an enlisted person. I am not an NCO yet, though I can be placed in an NCO billet, such as a fire team lead. Next, you're going to have your non-coms, your non-commissioned officers. That's going to be a corporal, sergeant, or staff sergeant. Most of the time, probably about 80 to 90% of the time, you're going to see these guys in fire team lead billets as well as squad lead billets, and then staff sergeants most of the time in platoon sergeant billets or squad lead billets. Those are going to be the guys that are the non-coms in the unit. They've been here for quite a while. They know their shit. They've been promoted up to this rank because they know what they're doing. Non-com takes a certain amount of thing. They focus on retention. They focus on a lot of the stuff in the unit to keep people in and keep people motivated. Then you're going to have your senior non-coms, which is Sergeant First Class, Master Sergeant, First Sergeant, Sergeant Major, and Command Sergeant Major. That's going to be all the guys that are all the way up top. Sergeant First Class can be a platoon sergeant. We don't have any SFCs currently in the unit, from what I understand, but those can be platoons. Do we?
Sergeant First Class Harvey is...
Very good. I forgot Harvey got SFC again. So SFCs are most likely always platoon, but some SFCs can be moved up and then given Master Sergeant. I know we have Master Sergeant Kowski, and then we have all the First Sergeants as well, being Wise and Vincent. Then Sergeant Major, we currently don't have one. We do have a current CSM, that is CSM Ackman. Those are going to be the guys that are senior non-coms. They've been in the unit for quite a while. They're mostly in higher administrative positions within the unit, but they are guys that know their shit, and they've become high enough in the unit and rise to senior non-com because they're very skilled at their jobs and their positions. Moving along to the officers, we are going to have warrants first. These are going to be the guys in JSWAC as well in command of the teams, though we currently don't have any active teams. There may also be some of these guys in Helios as well. So that's Warrant Officer 1, Chief 2, Chief 3, Chief 4, and Chief 5. You're going to see a lot of these warrant officers within JSWAC, the guys that are flying you around doing all that good stuff. Then there's going to be the junior officers. Most of these guys you're going to deal with every day. We do have first lieutenants, of course. That, of course, being the lovely Mr. fucking Thompson. Then you're going to have an officer candidate, which isn't on this board, but it very well should be. That is not technically an officer yet, as well as warrant officer cadet. Both of those are technically an E5 ranking, so they are still non-com ranks. But those are the introductory things for warrant officer, as well as the introductory for a junior officer. So after OCS Cox, who's been in this unit for a while as well, after he completes his OCS time, he will be given the rank of second lieutenant. Then there's obviously first lieutenant, captain, and major. Those are going to be the junior officer rankings. It's kind of non-linear in the sense that there's a junior officer in the battalion command as well as a junior officer technically in command of a platoon, but those are junior officer ranks in that sense. Then there's going to be the senior officers. That's going to be lieutenant colonel and colonel. Those are going to be guys at the high end of battalion into JFC and into higher commands. Those are going to be the dudes that are at the very top echelons of the unit. Then we currently don't have any flag officers, but those are all the general ranks, the ones with the nice little stars on their helmet and all that shit. We currently don't have a general in the unit right now, though it would be very cool to see a man ride into battle with a star on his helmet like fucking one of the generals in World War II, but we don't have that at the moment. So that is all the ranks that we need to cover and all the things that we need to cover in this classroom. Mr. Prilla, whenever you're ready.
Any questions from the peanut gallery?
Is this going to be on the test?
You're lucky there's no test.
I got a
For all
question
I care, you
regarding...
can be AFK.
In order to get a parachute, you might have to answer a question right. So
That is fair. We may give you a fucking sack of potatoes in your parachute instead.
A question about
Hey,
the flag
Gonzalez, what's
officers.
Shoot.
This Is there a reason that those positions are vacant at the moment?
Yes, because we only go up to JTFC, and the logic with the flag officer is that we would have to promote somebody even higher than JTFC, because our JTFC can only go up to colonel. That is the rank.
Okay.
Realistically,
Ceiling.
officers, your flag officers do mostly logistical stuff, and like they are never going to the field. They're
Right.
never going out and doing shit in any kind of combat scenario. So there's just no reason for us to have one. They wouldn't serve a purpose for the unit.
Okay.
It would essentially overextend our command structure and force guys that want to be in the platoons or in company and actually present in the operations. It would force them to move up echelons, which would just take leaders out of the unit.
Understood. Thanks.
Push my OCS.
Yes.
How long does that normally take?
Anywhere from a 1 month period to a 3 month period, I believe now.
All right.
You said
And-
JSWIT guys are warrant officers?
JSWAC are warrant officers, except for the
CJs.
XO and CO, which are a first lieutenant and a captain.
Copy.
And I need to step out and take a call really quick, so I'm gonna hand you off to Perella for Halo.
All right, let's go. Come on, step on up. Come out this way.
High altitude, low opening.
Okay, left.
Yeah, I know. Make sure to make fun of Goodman whenever you see him. All right, you're gonna come up to this thing which is on the floor. You're gonna scroll. You're gonna go to JSWAC. Just teleport JSWAC. All right, everybody here? Is everybody? All right. Excuse me. Everybody
It's
needs
loud.
2 things out of this arsenal right here. Actually, hold up. Before we do that, self-interact. You're gonna use your Ace self-interaction wheel, or what menu, however you said it. You're gonna go to equipment, and you're going to go to put backpack on chest. Everybody, put your backpack on your chest.
That ain't my chest.
Well, it's all right. Now you're gonna go into this arsenal. And you're gonna get 2 things. First thing is on your backpack, you're gonna get the Halo operations rig, and then in your watch, under watch, you're gonna get the altimeter watch. So everybody needs to get both of those things. Once you have both those things, step over here to the back of the truck. Don't get in it; just step to the back of the truck. You find it, Gonzalez?
Hop on in.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know
How's,
how I'm still puffing a cigarette.
Distracted by all the chips.
Everybody, check your watch real quick. Make sure it works before we get in. So I'm rather that. Hit O. O is an Oscar. Does everybody have their altimeter watch pop up? Yep.
Yes, Sergeant.
All right. It's
Wrong.
The hell? How'd I get? Hold on.
Yeah, that makes
You're
sense.
next to me now. Nope, just stay here.
Here we go.
This is the fun part of the training.
Yeah, the back.
And Perella got angry and just fucking transported himself over to the fucking C-130, so we'll meet him there.
Halo, you can't equip shit.
Who just fell? Another person just fell. What was happening?
All right, boys. So, you learned at a Halo jump. Halo stands for high altitude, low opening, which means you're gonna fly up high, you're gonna jump out, you're gonna fall real far, and then you're gonna open your parachute. Super simple.
Fall real fall.
Fall real far, as it are. So, when we were getting ready to Halo jump, we have to make sure we have all the equipment I gave you. So, as long as you have all your equipment, you're gonna come to the back of this aircraft. You're gonna make 2 lines, 2 columns that are equal in length. So, you know, just get in whichever column shorter. When you are given the command to load, you will also be given a number. So do not get in yet, but I'm going to go example. I would say Anthony and Kuntz 1. As you get in the aircraft, you will repeat your number out loud so that the jump master knows that you heard it. If you did not hear your number, ask for it again. Do not get in without knowing your number. All right, once you're in, you're just going to hang on for the ride. Once we get to our drop zone, the jump master will call red light. Red light will sometimes they'll call lock it up, but then they'll call red light. Red light basically means shut up, listen up, you're about to get ready to jump. Then he's going to call green light. Green light is the beginning of the jump, so he will say green light, 1, go. When he says go, if your number was 1, you will double tap V, eject from the aircraft. You will then fall until the given altitude to open your parachute. You will open your parachute by scrolling and hit open parachute. All right, does anybody have any questions so far?
No, sir.
All right, so who wants to take a guess at what our opening altitude is? We're going to be dropping onto the actual airfield itself.
500 meters.
No, we open at 200 to 300 meters above ground level. If you open your watch right now, everybody should see 18 meters. Y'all see 18 meters?
Close enough.
That means we are currently 18 meters above sea level. So 250 to 300 meters. So anywhere from 318 to 260 is where you should be opening. Then you're going to float on down to the rally point. The rally point will be that helicopter over there. So that black helicopter there on the tarmac, you're going to try to rally your way towards there. Once you get on the ground, you can drop your parachute and put your backpack back on your back, and it will help you. All right? So, like I said, you get your number, you do not get in the aircraft unless you know what your number is and what your opening altitude is. If you do not know those two numbers, you ask before you get in. All right? Does everybody know what the opening altitude is?
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to label it off. Anthony and Kuntz, 1.
1.
Gonzalez and Arriaga, 2.
2.
AC 130 rolling
Fraser,
down the
3.
strip.
And Campbell, you can go as jump master either 4 or with 3. I don't care.
Hey, for
I'll jump with 4. Last few little things, boys. When in the bird, always make sure to turn off the intercom channel. We're going to keep on for this since it's only us in here. But most of the time the pilots will just switch intercom channels, but just turning it off so everyone doesn't get drowned out by your fucking yelling and screaming, obviously, will be it.
How do you turn off intercom?
You're going to interact with the bird, so you're going to just Windows key, then intercom channel disabled.
But for now, stay on the intercom.
Understood.
So how about that airline crew?
Hey, Campbell,
Yeah, bro.
you don't know what the altitude we usually drop from is.
Altitude is usually about 3,000 ATL. You're going to re-lose on that turn, so just be ready to gain on a pretty steady angle once you get up it. Honestly, if you can get to like 3,200 before you make that sharp, and then
Yeah,
make the sharp and get down to 3,000.
3,200 be easy to make.
Yeah, easy. You're good. gaining on the turn, losing on the turn, we're high. Good.
Alright, Campbell, the commands are yours.
Hey, firm, commands are mine. Red light,
Red light.
green light, 1, go. 2, go.
Landed a bit hard.
Anthony, you landed very hard. What did you drop at? What did you pull at?
Jesus, Coons.
Pulled at about the 390.
Okay, so the whole thing is you want to even out. I guess this should have been explained. I've done enough fucking jumps in Arma to know that it's a fucking janky ass game. So the thing that you want to do, like, I normally pull at like 120 or 130. Because you could slow your airspeed fucking significantly if you just push down S and turn a direction. You can kill your airspeed, and then if you even out before you hit the ground, you could get it. So that's for like approximate jumps if you don't have to drift. But like drifting, yeah, pulling at 300 and then just making sure before you do that little trick to kill your airspeed so you don't hit the ground going like fucking 20, 30 miles an hour. Because 20, 30 mile an hour human body hitting fucking solid floor is never good.
Good point.
Are we-
Yes, you can.
Are we hanging on to these parachutes?
No, so switch your drop your parachute and switch your backpack. Alrighty, now we're gonna do my favorite way of fucking getting into an objective, fast roping.
Jesus
Been a
Christ, I'm
while.
dying. That's even more.
Alright, boys. So, we're going to start fast roping now that Mr. Perello is here. So, fast roping is going to be a very, very easy thing to do. You need to just learn a few basic things and be smart with it and not turn out like fucking Blackburn from Black Hawk Down, and you're fine. So, we're going to come over here to Nose of Bird. I'm going to explain further. So, what we're going to do, you're always going to line up at the nose of the bird, no matter what. Just in case, because we don't want to ever be near that tail rotor, because that thing will chop you up like a piece of fucking mincemeat. So, you're going to line up in the same lines that you do, so double file lines. So give me 2 lines. 2 lines right in front of the nose of the bird, perfect. And this is for numbering off on the bird, so Arya, you'll just be 3 by yourself. This is for numbering off the bird, so don't go yet, but what's going to happen is, if I say Frazier, Kuntz, 1, you guys are going to repeat back 1 to me and go to your respective side of the bird. This is just so we don't overcrowd the bird, and so we even it out for the fast roping. So there's 7 guys fast roping from one side and 1 for the other. So if I do that, it's going to be literally Frazier, Kuntz 1. You guys are going to go to your respective side, hop in the bird. Once you're in the bird, everyone's going to be loaded up. It's going to be the all-in call. Bird's going to spool up. We're going to go over to our certain fast roping area. You're going to hear the word prepare. You're going to hear the command prepare ropes. That is not for you. That is for the master of the ropes, which is going to be myself. So I will prepare the fast roping system. I'll say prepare to Pirello. Pirello will say perfect, drop ropes. I'll drop the ropes. Then you'll hear your number recalled. I'll say 1. You're going to go ace interact. You're going to see a thing to fast rope. You're going to do that, fast rope down. Once you get down, you're going to 20, 30 meters push out and cover an empty sector once you get down to the ground. This thing I'm going to stress more than anything, if you want to piss off a warrant officer very quickly, cut his ropes. He will kill you. I'm telling you that right now. So don't cut the fucking ropes, because there is a thing right next to that fast rope that says cut ropes. So if you cut those ropes are going to be cut, and then there will be a PFC Blackburn dropping to the fucking ground and dying a horrible death. So we're going to try to avoid that if at all possible. So now we're going to go through our fast roping in a prac app. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Frazier, Kuntz 1.
1 loading.
1.
Gonzalez, Anthony 2.
Loading.
2.
Ariaga, myself 3. Pick which side. I don't care.
Left.
Pirello, you made sure we had ropes, correct?
Yep, ropes are good.
Never.
Wow, they really did make my unit look scuffed for the event. For the op.
Yeah.
What?
At least compared to Frick Frack and the other guy back here.
Oh. Alright, you can go ahead and prepare ropes.
Hey. They're not here.
I can see them.
No, I'm just prepare ropes.
Are you in the passenger or gunner seat?
I'm in the crew chief. I should be able to prepare from crew chief.
Motherfucker.
We got cargo here.
There's rope in the inventory of the bird.
Yeah, they're there. Campbell, I don't know why I won't let us fly.
Neither do I. That's very odd.
Well,
Well,
that's not great.
no, land the bird. Figure it out.
You see them there in the back.
No, they're in the inventory. I'm giving you that.
No, I mean
They're
even
there.
like the arms that stick out the side are there.
Yeah, I got eyes on right now.
What the hell? That's
about to get chopped up.
I have one idea, but if this doesn't work, honestly, I have no clue.
Oh no, we're not flying this thing. I'm not flying this thing.
It's the same.
No, it's not, Pirello.
No, this is not the clickable one.
Oh, it's not. Jesus
No,
Christ,
this is
you
just
scared the
same.
hell out of me.
This is the normal RHS one and not the fancy J-Select one.
Maybe.
I'll fly the clickable one if that works. Alright, let's see if this one works. Let me check before I just get everybody in and it doesn't. Hey! It works.
Are we gonna do the nose thing again or just get in?
No, remember your numbers. We're just gonna get in and roll it.
Oh god.
Just got murdered on the outside. That was horrible.
Alright, go ahead and you can prep the rope if you'd like.
Yep, they're already prepped. Just lift us right up. Let's do this shit. Good. Alright. Ropes out. 1, go. 2, go. 3, go.
We can't use our fucking birds that are customized for our mod pack. Logic. Alrighty. Well, show must go on, boys. Come on over here.
Please not, I'm drunk.
Alright, Anthony's there. We're just gonna wait for him.
Yep.
Move on without him. Brella, you want to take it or do you want me to?
I don't mind.
I didn't get to explain it fully last time because I lagged out, remember? Oh wait, you weren't here for that one.
I was not. I was just gonna like act like it, like sure.
You're like, yeah, dude, I remember that. I was gonna be you, but it turned out to be Barn because Barn could be on for it.
Jesus.
Brella already unlocked 2 vehicles.
Well, we need more than 2, don't we?
No, we need 2.
Don't matter. I usually don't make them navigate just because that's the boring job, and also you.
No, she
simplest
needs
job.
to know that.
Right, but it's the simplest job, and there's a whole other section about reading maps. Literally,
Yeah,
all you gotta do is fucking repeat left or right whenever you turn left or right.
3 vehicles are unlocked, then we'll take the Mark 19, you and myself, and one of us will just navigate for the Mark 19 vehicle.
What am I doing?
There's Anthony. Hey yo.
Welcome,
Oh,
Mr.
there
Anthony.
he is.
Heyo,
I just loaded my kit on you, don't worry. You just have
Oh, yeah.
mine. It's fine, you're not going to be doing much, don't worry.
I fell out of the helicopter, my bad.
Just make sure you don't, like, pipe a 203 into somebody's back, and then fine.
No problem.
Alright. Are you doing a cam? What am I doing?
I can do it. You can do it in car, I guess.
Okay.
Beautiful. So, we're going to talk about basic convoy operations, gentlemen. It is a very fun topic, and it also helps This is why I think most people who do convoy ops, you should be able to just learn this, and then you should be able to do a convoy op flawlessly in any of the 3 most important roles in the vehicle itself. So we're going to talk about first the long range radio. Anyone know how to pull up their long range?
Yep.
Better question.
Perfect.
Does anybody not know how to do it?
Yeah, well, I was going to
I
have one of the
think
people
I
that do
know.
tell the keys. What is the keybind for some of the person who know? Ariaga, what is the keybind?
Alt P.
Beautiful. So Alt P. Anthony, you're the only one with the long range right now because you have my kit. But Alt P is going to pull up this interface once you get in the vehicle if you're in the driver's seat or the gunner seat. You're going to pull up this interface, which same interface as your PRC 152, but it's going to be a bit more complex because it's going to have the long range stuff on it, and those are going to be long range channels. So most of the time, long range convo channels are going to be like 60, 61, stuff like that. It's going to be one of those channels. So those channels are easy. Boop, boop, boop. You're just going to program it to the channel, whichever convoy channel is told to you by your FTL or your SL. Put that baby on, and then easy enough. Then the next few things that we're going to go over is the role of the 3 different jobs that you're going to have inside. It's going to be first the role of the gunner, which is the Golf. Weapon courtesy is going to be the main thing as a gunner. You're going to have several different types of weapon frames within your vehicles right now. There's going to be the 50 cal, which is on that vehicle. There is a 240 Bravo on that vehicle, but most of the time it will be 50s. And there's a Mark 19 on that vehicle. So most of the time, the 240 Bravo and the 50 are going to be for infantry suppression and neutralization, and that Mark 19 is going to be used way less for infantry, maybe for clubs, but it's going to be used more for vehicle suppression, such as technical stuff like that, and maybe building suppression as well. So you're just going to make sure to know what weapon system you have on your vehicle if you're the gunner and know how to use it and when to use it, and weapon courtesy with that as well follows in where you're pointing your weapon. You're always going to want to make sure you're not pointing your weapon at a friendly, of course, because that can not go well. If your cat steps on your fucking keyboard and you press down your mouse, you're going to fucking blast somebody's face off, because those weapons are all powerful. So you're going to want to always make sure whenever in a base your weapon is facing directly up into the sky. You're going to put your weapon up into the sky so there's no chance of you shooting anyone or hurting anyone. Maybe a bird up in the air, but that's about it. Then once you get into a convoy, there are going to be 3 weapon orientations that you can have. You can have front, right, or left, or back. So if you are the lead vehicle, you're going to have your weapon system facing front, because you're going to be the lead vehicle, you're going to address any frontal contact. Then if you are the second vehicle, you are told to orient your weapon whatever way you want, left or right. Once you choose left or right, the vehicle behind you will follow suit with the opposite thing. Left, right, left, right, left, right, so on and so forth for how many vehicles there are. Until it gets to the final vehicle in the convoy, his weapon will be facing back for rear security on any targets that are missed by the convoy. Then the LR, just talking about it, most of the time the gunner and the driver are going to be the 2 primary communicators. The gunner will communicate contact most of the time, as the driver's obviously going to be focused on driving, getting you the hell out of that contact. But gunner's going to be focusing on that communication, so he's going to be talking with that. The talking button is control caps. If you press control caps, you will be able to talk on your long range radio to anyone on that channel with you. And also, something that isn't actually mentioned in here, but I like to mention, radio courtesy. It is a channel with everyone on it for the convoy. Make sure you have radio courtesy, calling out what VIC number you are, the turns you're making, and that's about it. Contact reports as well from your VIC. Not talking on the radio to someone and socializing like you may do on your short-range fucking fire team channels. Don't do that. Have radio courtesy as well. Next, it's going to be the role of the Navigator. The Navigator's role is going to be quite simple. It is obviously 2006 kits, so you will not have a C-Tab, you will not have anything, you will be using land nav. So, as a Navigator, you're going to make sure that nobody misses a turn and nobody messes up. So you're going to have to know where you are on the map. For example, if everyone opens their map right now, you could see exactly where we are. Can anyone do a little circle where we are at the moment? Beautiful. We are right here. So our convoy is going to be going down this road. If you follow my circle, we're going to be making a turn right here. So you're going to need to know as the Navigator where the turns are occurring and what turns are occurring at those sections. Just making sure everyone stays on track, making sure everything's fine, and making sure your driver stays on course. Finally, this is going to be talking about the role of the driver. The driver is going to be communicating most movement in the vehicle, so that's going to be VIC 1 right, VIC 1 left, VIC 1 straight, VIC 1 hold, VIC 1 zipper, stuff like that. Just with your VIC number and whatever formation and motion you are doing with the VIC. That's going to be your job as the driver. Your Navigator is going to do a lot of the contact reports, a lot of stuff like that, but you're going to be communicating your own movements as a driver. Then, there are several different types of speeds. There are Quebec, Whiskey, and Echo speed. Does anyone want to tell me what those speeds are? No? Perfect. Alright, so we're going to go through them really quick. Quebec is going to be your standard speed. That's going to be the one that we use going through towns. It's going to be fairly slow. That's going to be Control W. That's going to be the slowest speed we have. Whiskey speed is very easy. Whiskey for just W. So you are just going to be pressing W. That's just going to be the standard speed of the vehicle. Then you're going to have Echo. which I like to call exit. It also just means get the fuck out of there, essentially. That's going to be Shift W. That's going to be the maximum speed of the vehicle going as fast as it possibly can. So you will hear those most of the time. What we've been doing now a lot, we've been using our speed limiters for drivers because that limits the speed to a certain amount, and that's how fast we want them to drive. Does anyone know what key your speed limiter is?
Delete.
Delete, perfect.
Yeah.
So delete, if you press delete when you're in a vehicle as a driver, you'll see a little thing that pops up in your top right corner that says speed limiter on or speed limiter off. So whatever speed you were just at, it will limit at that speed for your vehicle. If you're not driving at all, your speed's going to be default limited at 5 if you're going 0. Alrighty. Then we're going to go over the type of dismounts. There's going to be 3 different type of dismounts we currently have. There's going to be a hard dismount, which is just everyone out of the vehicle. Everyone gets out of that vehicle is left vacant with no one inside. There's going to be a soft dismount. That's going to be the Pirello.
Yep.
They're backwards.
What do you mean?
Soft delta is gunner only stays. Soft dismount is gunner and driver stay.
That is what it has always been.
But soft delta means the driver gets out too, and only the gunner stays up.
I will
very
talk
good.
to Barn about it, but that's
Alright, perfect.
it's never not been that.
Really?
Not
Oh,
here.
very good. Well, I'm going to talk about it. I know I may be wrong, but this is what I've learned. Soft dismount is going to be everyone out but the gunner and the driver. So the gunner and the driver will stay in the vehicle. That's used most times for city clearing. You're going to have both of them still in the vehicle so you can move the vehicles up. Then there's a soft delta. That's when you just need the gunner sitting hold on a position. That's going to be just the gunner staying, the driver also exiting with everyone else. Then Perel, if you want to talk about convoy maneuvers.
All right, so let me double check. Yeah, we'll cover some of these first, and then we'll go over the other ones later. So,
Perfect.
When a convoy comes under contact, unless explicitly stated otherwise during that mission and that mission alone, you push through contact until you are at a safe location. If you start getting shot at, you do not stop. You keep driving until you are no longer being shot at. We'll just do them all now. It's fine. IED. If anyone spots an IED, you speak up immediately. It is the job of everybody in the vehicle to be looking for IEDs and possible threats. If there's an IED called out, you call that up your chain of command, right? So you go up, usually up to platoon or company, and they will decide what to do with it. If they decide to drive around it, you give it a wide berth, and you go wide around it, and you continue on. If they decide they want to disarm it or have an engineer deal with it, then that will be on them to act up, obviously. So if you see an IED, you just call out the IED and then stop. Try not to stop before you call it out, because then people will run right the fuck into the ass of you. Call out the IED and do not approach the IED until given other commands by platoon. A vehicle down. Let's say you're in a convoy and one of the vehicles gets blown the fuck up by an RPG or an IED or whatever. You will perform a vehicle cordon, which basically means all the remaining vehicles will make a circle around the down vehicle. You will then soft dismount. So, or I guess in his soft delta, so the gunners will stay on board and provide outward security. Medics. Every medic goes to the center to assist, and everybody else pulls rear full security. From there, platoon again will decide whether they need to stay or what's going on. But from there, you provide 360 security until given other further orders. And the last one, unknown vehicle or pack. So this is if somebody approaches the convoy that isn't supposed to be there. Before step off, you will all be briefed and told, what the situation is. So, are there civilians in the area? If there's not civilians, or are they threats? All of your mission vital info. If the AO is deemed a hostile AO, they may use but unarmed vehicles to attempt to attack you with VBIEDs or vehicle-borne IEDs. So you'll have different ROEs depending on the mission. If the AO is deemed hostile, gunners may shoot to disable vehicles that are suitable threats. So anything armed, obviously, you can shoot to disable. And then any vehicle that approaches the convoy at an alarming speed or is doing actions that might harm the convoy, you may shoot to disable. If the AO is not deemed hostile and the enemy is only known to use conventional tactics like current, you usually let the vehicles pass unless, again, if they get too close to the convoy and the order is given to disable the vehicle, you disable the vehicle. The NCO in each vehicle has the last call. So this isn't something you have to call to platoon. If your sergeant or your corporal in your vehicle says, "Hey, disable that vehicle," you do as they say, and then if it comes about later that was the wrong action, that is the NCO's duty to take the fall and not your duty. You listen to the NCO that's in your vehicle, and they will take fall or blame if the issue is incorrect. Does anybody have any questions?
Do we use Herringbone Formation at all?
Yes. And you know what? I just realized that's not actually in here. We just kind of do it. Yes, so there's different ways to stop the convoy. Most common is the herringbone. So a herringbone is essentially alternating. So kind of like how you have your guns pointed in different directions, you'll do the same thing when you stop. First vehicle will say herringbone right, and then each vehicle just switches sides of the road that they pull off on. Unless given other commands, you always soft delta at a herringbone, so the gunners will stay on until the area is known to be clear, and then they will dismount. If they're dismounting at all. Sometimes the gunners will stay mounted the whole time and engage targets.
Brella,
What's up?
you said you're clear to change it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we'll
you
do
said
that.
swap them.
Un moment.
Yeah, herringbone is what I normally refer to it as well, but a lot of people in here like saying zip as well. Which I guess makes it easier, but it also doesn't make sense when you get some of the ones like there's sometimes called zipper right or zipper left, means every vehicle goes left or every vehicle goes right.
No, yeah, zipper and herringbone are not the same in my eyes. I don't.
Exactly, they're different in my eyes because zipper doesn't really make sense when referring to some of those.
Alright, yeah, whatever. So then, as he said, they might call all right or all left, in which case, instead of alternating, just every vehicle goes off the same side of the road. You know, for example, if there's a wall running along the left side of the road, no vehicle can pull off to the left side of the road, so everybody will pull off to the right. That kind of different situations.
Got a quick question.
What's up?
What is the distance between vehicles when we're doing a stop?
When we're stopping,
Yeah.
a safe distance is anywhere 25 to 50 meters. Which sounds like a lot, but you know, a good RPG shot can destroy two vehicles if they're any closer than that. So 25 to 50 meters, keep your spacing wide. Different situations might call for different spacing, in which you will be alerted before the convoy, which is generally that's your safe bet. Alright, we're going to use convoy net on the long range today is going to be 8-0. Right, and then you want to just shove two people, or you want to shove them in their vehicles, Campbell, whichever ones you unlock?
Yeah, let's shove them in. Alrighty, who wants to drive?
I'll drive.
I think I legally can.
Perfect, Gonzalez, you're gonna drive Vic 1 right there.
Do you want me to mount up now?
Yeah, go mount up. Fraser, you're gonna drive Vic 2 right there. Anthony, you're gonna go in Vic 1 with Gonzalez. You're gonna be his gunner.
Yes, sir.
Boots, you're gonna go in Vic 2 with Fraser. You're gonna be his gunner. Alright, okay, you get lucky. You come with me if you want to drive right now. I'll drive. Actually, no. You gun. You can gun. Yeah, you can gun. No, I know it is. I was thinking. Don't worry.
Alright, I'm gonna be very careful with this gun. Don't make me.
Yeah, please don't kill anything.
Zero. Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, well. Once you've got your long range radio set, give me a check-in on 8-0 with your vehicle number.
Big 2, check in 8-0.
Good. You guys got it set?
Vic
I
1.
got Vic 180 checked.
Alright, all the vehicles go ahead and get onto the road and get in line, and then I'll let you know when we step off.
Vic 1 gunner.
It's just a 3 Vics.
Alright, Vic 1, you can go ahead and step the convoy off at whiskey speed.
No contact so far.
Vic 2 left. Vic 2 halting for Vic 1.
Yeah, these babies turn hard, dude. They
Also
may not look
crazy
like
when
it,
I'm
but these
trying to
fuckers
work
have the
the
handling
radio.
of a Tesla.
Vic 2 sounds right.
Gentlemen, just for a word of mouth thing, if there are multiple turns, calling like a courtesy turn just for like the last Vic and the first Vic is recommended.
Vic 2 calling out contact east. Keep pushing.
Vic 1 going left.
Vic 2 left.
Last Vic left.
Vic 1 right.
Vic 2 right.
Last Vic right.
Vic 1 gunner reports blockage to middle of the road.
Hey, firm, go ahead and give wide berth around.
Vic 2 fly.
Vic 1 straight.
Make sure to give about 15-20 meters in spacing, guys. Desync is a thing, and it hurts.
Vic 1 going right. Damn, this thing has like the best fucking brakes
Vic 2
ever.
right.
Vic 1
1
got a
large
roadblock.
blockage.
Three right.
Last Vic right.
Vix, go ahead and herringbone at the road blockage.
Vic 2 herringbone right.
Vic 3 left.
Vic 1, just word of mind, you are the first Vic, so you call every turn for the Vic behind you. Make sure to always call your turns. If anything, Vic 1 and last Vic are always calling turns, no matter what.
Alright, go ahead and begin soft full dismount.
Vic 1 stepping off the round roadblock.
No, dismount.
Oh,
What kind of dismount?
Full dismount. Hard dismount. Alright, so, you all actually did really high speed. Good job. The communication was the best I've seen on an IMC. However, you all missed something very crucial. You guys see that little broken down house at bearing 084? Right on the highway in front of that, there was an IED that neither of the front two Vics saw.
Oh, I thought that was.
Yeah.
I thought it would have detonated it.
Most of the time, the
Well,
beauty
I
about
didn't
those
want
IEDs,
It's training, so I didn't want to kill you all, but yes. So that was...
most of the time, the beauty about those IEDs is the Zeuses like to be fucking diabolical, and they will sit with a spotter somewhere in a tower that you can't even see from there, waiting with a binocular. And if you drive anywhere near that thing, anywhere in the explosion distance, they'll fucking hit it.
Here, if everybody looks over, you'll be able to see exactly where it was.
Oh, Jesus.
Right about there.
I thought it was a graphical thing. Shit.
You guys gotta work on your eyes.
No, I didn't see
So,
that, bro.
outside of that, it's fucking spot on. You guys pushed through the contact fine. You reported blockages and stuff like that. Also great. So, just the don't second guess with an IED. If you think it's an IED, call it out. It's better to stop and check than it is to just get blown the fuck up. Right.
Better safe than sorry.
All right. Other than that, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna learn about IEDs.
So fun.
So fun. You want to do this again? What do you want me to do?
I'll
Okay.
take it. You can do the
Alright.
walk.
I'll do the walk.
I'll do the I'll do the classroom shit. You can do the walk.
You're gonna see something.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner's cock is gonna pop out.
Oh my god. Yes, it is. Please don't step on it.
IED, front.
Alright, gentlemen. So, the lovely course of IEDs. There is an actual CEC course. I do recommend taking that if you are an aspiring combat engineer. That course goes way more in depth on diffusal, placing explosives, detecting more advanced explosives, all that good stuff. Mine detectors. A lot of fun stuff.
Don't take
So
it
this
today.
is just basic IEDs. I'm just gonna tell you how to learn everything, how to know what an IED does look like. So, basically, main characteristics of an IED. There's disturbance, transfer of ground, less population, no population, observation of any type, camera, spotter, anything that looks like it is observing a certain area, there's probably an IED near. Anything that's like a disturbed ground, if you see indicators like there's signs, stuff like that, signs in another language like frequently leading up to a certain spot, and there's a significant absence of population in said spot, then there's probably an IED somewhere within that area. So just making sure you're looking out for all those things, local markings, disturbance in the ground, population gone, observation of any type with cameras, spotters, people in parapets, stuff like that. Anyone can be an observer and anyone may not be an observer, so make sure to diagnose who is and who isn't, and not just shoot random people down. Observers are still non-combatants until they are confirmed hostile, unless the ROE states otherwise, so always make sure you're not shooting the wrong guy. But in front of me, I have a few IEDs, so you can look at them all. So there's this one. Obviously, you can see the lovely shell sticking out of the bottom. That is a very fun IED. You can see the shell, the little red jet wire sticking out of the bottom as well. This IED is a bit more interesting because you have to look under the newspapers. If you guys crouch down really quick and look with me, you can see that little AT mine under there. A little small, like probably like 10-pound AT mine. Not even 10 pound, like 10 fucking cent AT mine at that point, and that little red jet wire sticking out again. Then, if you come over here, can anyone tell me where the IED is in here?
Be this little
Over here?
pilot trash right there.
Yeah, it's distracting. You always look at like the washing machine or like the rims over here. Nope, it is right there. It is right under that thing, just like it was over there. That little piece, and then you can see the red jet wire. So always making sure to know where an IED is. Most of the time, IEDs cannot be detected, obviously, when you're driving, if you're driving at quick speed. So that's going to be that Navigator and anyone else in the vehicle. Keep watch out for anything. Like I know both Vics missed it, but just making sure to watch those. Obviously, we're not going to stop most times and defuse an IED unless it is a direct road blockage. That is the only time we will stop and dispatch CE to defuse. But if there is IEDs in a road that's maybe like a thinner like walkway or something like that, or next to civilian infrastructure, most of the time a CE will be dispatched to defuse those IEDs. So it's just a matter of diagnosing where it is, and you're going to want to do the 5 C's. Does anyone know the 5 C's of an IED? Nope, perfect. So check is the first one. You're going to check everything around you. You're going to check for dead wires, check for observers, check for anything leading to anything, check for a cell phone in someone's hand. If you hear a little ring, run like hell, because that means that the IED is probably about to go off. Then the next C is going to be clear. You're going to want to clear the area of any people at all, any civilians, any hostages, any people that are wounded down, any of your teammates that are going to be running into that area or going to be affected by the blast zone. Then you're going to want to confirm. You're going to want to obviously confirm it is an IED, of course, and you're going to want to confirm it's still an active one. You cannot do that on your own most times. You will need someone with a mine detector or a mine kit. That'll most likely be your CE. Some squad leads do still carry. So just calling that up, radioing up to your fighting lead. That CE will come down and make sure that actually is an IED. Next thing you're going to want to do is cordon. You're going to want to cordon off that area for whatever distance your CE or your SL recommends. If it's a small little shoe mine, like so, like you're not going to need to cordon off that large of an area, maybe to that fence and all the way around in that sense. But if it is something like this shell right here that is quite a large IED, it does have quite a large explosive range and will shoot shrapnel everywhere, you're going to want to scoot everyone back a little bit more and just make sure that everything is totally fine. Then the very next one and the final one is control. You're going to want to control the area. Control your cordon zone. It is yours. You're going to want to control it, keep people out of it, keep anyone that doesn't need to be near that IED out of the area. Alright? And then the next thing, which should honestly be, it should be 6Cs in my opinion, but this is a separate thing all entirely, it's conserving infrastructure. So these right here, for example, are not near any infrastructure, and that one we passed on the road was not near any vital infrastructure. So sometimes you will just hear a det call. That'll mean moving all the vehicles back, and maybe one of the vehicles with a Mark 19 or a 50 cal. We'll just shoot a few rounds in that area, and that'll det that IED for arming distance. But let's say there is an IED next to this little building right here. That is civilian infrastructure, that is vital. We are not trying to destroy civilian infrastructure, hearts and minds and all that good stuff. So, you're going to want to try to keep that infrastructure intact in all cases. So that will not be one that you'll just step back and shoot or step back and throw a grenade at. That'll be one that you will actually dispatch your combat engineer for, and he will defuse that mine. Ready, Mr. Crowley, back?
Yeah.
It's walk time.
Walk time. Who wants to go for a walk?
Why not?
Got a confession
Go
to
for a
make.
walk. Oh, say
So when we were driving out, I didn't know I had this GPS, and I was opening up with Control J for all the navigation. So that's why I was kind of.
Yeah, so you do have your side bracket GPSs in vehicles no matter what. It could be a vehicle from World War II, or it could be a vehicle from fucking 2035. You're gonna always have those side bar GPSs, because that's just how vehicles and armor are engineered.
Alright, now I know.
Quick question. I suppose this depends from op to op, but do we utilize MRAPs with Rhino systems on the front?
Yes. So obviously in these 2006 operations, we don't really have any rhinos because we're mostly going up at cut Vs and all that stuff, and maybe a little bit more up armored. But we aren't going to have rhinos most of the time. The Bradleys, 2 of the Bradleys most of the time, if we do convoy ops anymore, they do have rhino and explosive systems on them, and Bradleys will usually be leading out. So if there is something,
actually work though.
They do.
We will have to test them. I have not tested them
They
yet,
work.
so if we use them again, I will be testing.
I think they just block the self-built detonators.
Yeah, so if it's a manual det, if it's like someone fucking just literally sitting like in a bush with a fucking wire guide leading to him with a fucking switch, like an F53 switch or something, that's not gonna block that, but that's what the specially designed Bradleys with the fucking armored spike outs are. They'll fucking det those out. And that's why I sometimes wish we were a British unit, because all the British vehicles are equipped with mine floors. So they can take one mine, which is quite useful. But we are not a British unit, sadly, so we do not have those. But I hope that answers your question, Fraser.
Yep.
American engineering.
Who wants to go on a walk?
I'm going to walk.
Alright.
I'm gonna walk.
So the drop of this walk, we're gonna go to walk. You guys are gonna tell me when I am dead. Simple. Go to walk.
Where's the walk begin?
Just right here. Walking right here. Yeah, it's just a Alright.
Honestly, be the commander of the unit, but
I will
we'll miss you.
purposely miss things. Well, I mean, you're going through an open field, not open field, open area.
Probably you're on this group.
Hello? Hello?
Take it.
Ignore the fact that we're probably getting shot at. This is just in regards to IEDs and explosives.
Hold on, stop.
ID right there.
ID right where?
Fool.
What is the north to your
Where?
northwest?
Went at it.
Fifth children.
Just 2 trash piles. That's weird.
Here's the fun part. There is not an IED in these trash piles.
Nope.
But there very easily could be, right? So
Yeah.
avoid them if possible. That way you don't have to care. You don't have to worry about it. Just avoid it.
Welcome to third world countries, gentlemen. There's
Yeah.
trash everywhere.
There's trash everywhere.
There's been like
Indian ops.
7 wars in most countries. The fucking Russians still haven't picked up their Iraqi bases.
Why would we?
Beautiful. What about it?
It just looks suspicious, man. You know, like there's some disturbed dirt underneath there.
You guys want to know the fun part?
There's no IED.
Also, not an IED. But you guys are all on the same on the right lines of
Anybody cleared that shit?
very easily there could be an IED there. So it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Check everywhere. Don't approach things that look like they're suspicious itself. What? Not a different language. That is the name of the town, but yeah,
Yep.
good luck.
Good spot, though. That is the name of the town.
Look, enemies, eventually.
Wait, stop.
Stop.
Actual IED in that bush, yeah.
Actual ID.
Ariaga almost died. Ariaga's definitely be dead.
Ariaga is
Alright,
definitely going
everybody
to
come to me.
fucking cast
Come to
back.
me. Come to me though. Alright, this IED. You saw the ID itself. What is take a look around. There's another indicator that there's an IED here.
There's spotter?
Take a look around. Tell me where
There's
it's at.
spotter of sorts, yes.
There's not a.
Is there a video camera?
I see one.
Camera over there.
Take a look
There
around.
you go.
There you go.
Oh,
Video
there's also
camera.
another ID over there.
These
There's
bad guys
also another
love.
right there.
They love to use videos of American soldiers getting fucked on as their propaganda. This is their, like we have cool videos of Rangers busting down doors and stuff. They have videos of Rangers blowing up IEDs, and that's how they get off at night. So
That video is streaming to Rectal just when you don't want to be on
another
it.
ID on accident. It's just sitting over there below the camera.
They get off the.
yep, yeah, there's
Mom.
another one. There's two.
Maybe.
So expect, because they're not stupid. They expect you'll disarm one, and then you'll get your hopes up. Yeah, good job, guys, and then you'll step on the second one. So, all right, we're gonna continue our walk.
I left it brain dead. How do you point with the little
Hit
indicator?
tilde.
Control tilde. Or shift tilde. Yeah.
If tilde.
I don't know. Mine's shift C. What?
There's one right there.
Yeah, we
Oh,
already
the
pointed that one
snake
out.
on the ground.
We already pointed that one out.
That's a
I-
suspicious looking barrel over there.
Yeah.
fellas.
That might be one of those
It's a
10
trash
pound.
can.
That's suspicious.
Trash can.
Wide berth, wide berth.
Throw their trash away. Throw your trash away. See that? Boom. Hey, why are there wires in the trash can?
IED. Oh my god. It's
Crazy.
mine.
Whoa.
God, third world countries.
All right.
Goodness.
You on our walk. Good job. Trash cans with IEDs. What?
No, never mind. I thought that was a head in that window, but I don't think
What?
so.
V-beds, you said?
Oh, there could be one.
Yeah, it's
Put
two
a wide
V-beds.
berth
Perfect.
around it.
Two cars that are just chilling here.
Yeah, it's a wide berth.
Look, a speed bump.
I wonder if that's a speed bump or not.
Kevin? Stop. What?
There's
Sounds like a trash.
It's a very odd-looking.
So what is this? Tell me what this is.
almost like
It's
those
a marker.
behind
It's
those
a marker.
lights over there with a dead cord attached to this.
I wonder if it's a pressure plate.
So wait, and
Water
then boom.
hose? Oh my god. I thought that was actually my spot.
It's an IED. Boom. Yeah, no, these IEDs are all disarmed, but you get the idea.
got it.
Because I don't trust privates not to just run and blow me up. Joke.
Yep.
It won't
Don't
work.
blame you.
Yeah, bro.
Close barrel over there.
All right, here's the fun part.
Tight corridors, boys. Which is exactly what I talked about.
Oh, open. Shit, you just didn't check. You did.
Why are we stopping? Trash pile again. Nope, no ID. Just trash pile. Very boring, I know.
All right.
ID.
So this is not entirely IED related, but someone can tell me why you. There's a reason all of you did not like that alleyway, and there's a name for it. Anybody know the name for that?
It's a fatal funnel.
Claustrophobia.
Fatal funnel or linear danger area. There's two types of danger areas. There's linear danger areas, which is this. There's open danger areas like fields. Why are linear danger areas or fatal funnels, as they're called, so dangerous?
Because it
There's
makes
nowhere to run.
people bottled
There's
in
nowhere to go.
together.
If a guy comes down this corner with a machine gun, is there anywhere for you to hide in that alleyway?
Negative.
Nope, you're dead. So
Vaguely.
not only can there be IEDs, but it's also just a danger area to be looking around. So the idea of that is you don't want to have your eyes glued to the dirt looking for IEDs, and then one guy comes around the corner and flaps your whole fire team, right? So,
Hit 2-2 found that out the hard way the other day.
alright, we're gonna continue on.
I think I'm gonna purposely miss this
Tell
one.
me if you guys see anything. Yeah, Ariaga, you already know it's there, so shut up.
Yeah.
You've already done this.
Yeah, ID.
Spotter,
Looks
left
like-
side, 2-story.
Spotter, left
No
side.
way.
Oh my god.
Oh no, that
Someone
crazy son of a
killed
bitch
him.
is on the radio. He's calling up to his buddies to fucking talk about you guys. That's not good, is it? He doesn't exist anymore. Good job.
Shot him.
Pressure's on it,
Wait,
fellas.
ID
Don't worry.
Somebody said he's, yes, spotting that IED there.
IED.
So, that's what he was
That's the one
spotting,
he
right?
was
He was,
spotting
he was
for.
sitting here waiting for
He
a
was
bomb
on
to
the
go off.
phone with his buddy and he was gonna tell him which dead is.
ID.
Alright. That is the end of our walk. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, you do.
Alright.
Try recycling.
Which has already been
to
What do you want
came
me
out
to land
IEDs.
after you want me to?
I can do land. I don't care.
I'm a recycler.
Alright, I'll do land nav. Alright, let's do land nav.
Already.
You rolling it, bro?
Square.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
using these blue target
Yeah,
bullshit
you-
things they have all over
No,
the
I
place.
never have.
Nobody.
I've seen them
uses
get
that
used
spotter.
once and I hate it.
No, I dislike him too.
So we're not using them because they teach you nothing.
Area I have 200 hours.
The whole
That's why.
like move 100 steps north east is bullshit.
It's so
Never
funny
use
to me,
that.
dude. I love it.
I've seen it done once, and it's useless. All right, so
you can start talking. I'll make the course for you. Don't worry.
what course?
The little fucking spotter on those grids. I'll make the 9 grid rest.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, so I like to ask this question because it lets me make fun of a lot of privates. Who here knows how to read a map? If you do not know how to read a map, take a knee. I won't make fun of you for this, I swear. All right. So everybody's still standing. If I give you a 6-digit grid reference, could you tell me exactly where that's at?
Yes.
Affirm.
I
Oh,
could
okay,
after
good.
a bit of time.
A lot of times I'll ask that question, can you read a map? And they'll stay standing, and then I'll say, can you tell me where a grid reference is? And they'll instantly take a knee. So, alright, well, that's nice. Alright, so, we are gonna go over it then. So, who here remembers their geometry classes and shit where you had to use, like, graphs? Very vaguely?
I do.
Somewhat.
Vaguely.
Alright, so when you're using your graph, what's the word I'm looking for?
The X,
Which
Y
line do you
axis.
read first? Yeah, you read X or Y first?
X.
X. So for those of you who aren't very mathematically inclined, that means you read the horizontal first, and then you read the vertical. So the grid references are the same way. If you open your map and you zoom in, you'll see 3-digit numbers across the top and 3-digit numbers across the side. If you only see 2-digit numbers, you need to scroll in a little bit more. So for those who don't know, the 2-digit numbers are kilometers, and if you scroll into the 3-digit numbers are every 100 meters. So, for example, if everybody wants to look for grid ref 133168.
Nice.
Right. So I kind of gave away this one. I usually do this a little bit different. But so that intersection is right here, right? That's where that intersection is. And which grid square is that grid square actually?
The one at the top right of it.
Top right. Always to the top right. So you'll find the cross, and it's always to the top right. And then, as Campbell has so graciously drawn for us, who here has an 80% keyboard?
I do.
No, you're fucking wrong.
Not 100%, but
So, welcome to having a numpad. This is what a numpad is.
my kilo papas.
If anybody ever says 133168, and then they'll say keypad 5, that means that's this whole grid, but it's only the center spot here in 5. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. Now I'm going to quiz you all. You all get to get quizzed. I'm just going to give you a random grid reference, and you're going to tell me where that grid is. Alright?
Alright.
Gonzalez, you'll be up first.
Alright.
I want 129196 keypad 3.
Dude, you're mean. I don't go that far.
Oh, I always do this.
Keypad what?
Keypad 6.
You're there.
3. Yes, 3 is what I said. Sorry.
He's there. There he is.
Woo! Good job. Correct. Was it Kunz that he stepped away?
Huh? What?
You there? Okay, you're there. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I have a good one.
Okay.
All right. Oh, have at it, Campbell.
256240.
Christ.
Keypad 7. 256 240 keypad 7.
That's fucking evil.
240 keypad 7. Did you?
Yes.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I usually give him like a landmark to go off of. You just went
I
fuck
know.
off.
No, I
I'm
wasn't
not
gonna
saying
fucking
shit.
say.
I'm alive.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
Already got
That's rude. All right, Frazier.
Yep. Give me a hard one.
Give you a hard one. We'll go with the hard one. That's fine. Let's go with 180104 keypad 9.
Stand by.
Start scrolling your map over, yep.
What I'm doing, yep. Stand by. Stand by, team. Keypad 9, that'd be up here.
Yep, good job. Another thing you can do real quick before I
I
move on to
threw
the
my
next person.
Sharpie off the desk.
Instead of, frantically scrolling over while you're zoomed in, let's take, for example, that same one I just gave him. So what was it? It was 180...
180104, keypad 9.
180104, okay? if we scroll out until we get 2-digit numbers, we can now see we're at 1-8 across the top and 1-0 across the bottom. So if I write it out here, it's 180, 104. You take the first two numbers of each. So this whole square, if you zoom out a little bit,
Is 1810.
is 1810. So instead of like frantically scrolling while you're zoomed in, you can scroll out, look for 1810, and then zoom in to 180, 104, if that helps you. You don't have to do that, but that is something that you can also read it that way if that helps.
And if you want to be really high speed, you can scroll all the way out until you have a 1-digit number.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, grid ref 1, 1. The fucking massive.
You want to make it CCT angry, tell them to go to grid ref 1, 1, keypad 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 4. Just give them all the ones with the keypad instead. That'll make them angry.
Alright.
Alrighty, I have a good one.
Who's next?
Oh, I just work here.
Who is
Anthony.
next?
Anthony.
Will you guys
Yes,
do this?
sir.
Anthony, 214093, keypad 4.
214. What's the second number?
093, keypad 4.
Yeah, I think you need to read your keypad there, bud.
Oh, you say keypad 4 or 3?
Keypad 4.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I've seen people get it backwards because, you know, numpads are technically different than keypads, the ones in the top left, but I've never seen that one. Alright, good job. Ariaga, you want one, or you want to just sit around and deal with it?
I can get one if you want me to.
Alright, cool.
Give him the
Sounds
hardest
good.
one possible, Campbell.
Yep, you got it.
I have an idea.
No, I have a better idea. Alright.
I hope our ideas are the same.
You know, they probably are. Find me grid ref 072072, keypad 7.
I'm glad they were the same. Oh, Christ.
He's gonna get it still.
I know, but
it
it's
takes so long.
just to be a shitter.
It's just so fucking long to get there. Yeah, good job, you got it.
That was so easy.
Just the
I
middle
was
of the
already
fuck
there.
middle of the fuck all ocean. Alright. So, everybody feels comfortable that if somebody was given a grid reference, they could read it, right?
Yeah, I think
I just have
Here's
very
the
bad
back.
memory, but I can.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That's probably the hardest part of it, is just remembering what it was.
My best recommendation is if you're in a position where you get given those often, like a team leader or squad leader billet or something like that, have a fucking notepad and paper in front of you. You just write
That's
that
what
bitch
I
down.
did.
You write that bitch down. A lot
And
of
I'm
times
telling
they'll
you-
also say it like, they'll say like, for example, 137 break 153. That's, a lot of people will say a break in there like verbally just so that you understand that's where the difference is. Because
And you
sometimes
can-
the JTACs, instead of using 6 digits, will use 8 and 10 digit grid references, which are just fucking insane. So a lot of guys will put a break between the two, that way you know what it is.
Bro
I've
has
seen-
really good breathing technique, so I always try to talk over him. That is my fault. But one thing you could do is that, like, here now we're doing LAN nav based with no C-tabs, no maps, no anything. So you can't see your exact grid when you press bracket, or you can't check your C-tab, you can't check any of that stuff because we don't have it. So the main thing to always make sure you know is knowing your damn landmarks. Know where you are, and it will help you so much. You'll almost always land at an HLZ or disembark at a point, so knowing where those LZs are and where you are moving from said LZ, how far, all that stuff, and just keeping track of your position, you're going to have downtime in moving. So just keeping track of your position, always plotting where you are, even if you're just like on the back end, just like with a notepad, like Pearl said, just recording your grid refs wherever you are, whenever you stop. So you can just backtrack and so you know where you are and can find your teams if you ever lose them. That's always helpful.
I can tell you from experience this last stop, there were a few issues. You know, squad leaders are the only ones getting a GPS this campaign. So if your team leader messes up just a little bit, you've got to backtrack a whole bunch to try to get caught up. So it's kind of keeping on top of your own navigation, even if you're not in a leadership billet. That way, if anyone drops the ball, you can speak up and say, "Hey, no, this is where we're at. We're on top of it." As long as somebody is on top of it, then it doesn't really matter. But as soon as everybody forgets, then you're fucked. All right. Now that you know how to read where you are on a map, we're going to go over different landmarks on a map, like he said. So, we're going to go over terrain landmarks, and then if there's any questions about other landmarks, you guys can feel free to ask them. So, I always cover the major 4, and then if Campbell wants to add some more once I've covered them, that's fine. So we're going to start with a hill. Who can tell me what they think the definition of a hill is?
Rise.
Elevated
Change in
land mass?
elevation.
Elevated land nav. So a hill, by definition, is a piece of terrain with low ground all around it, or an elevated piece of terrain through the valley. So, if we all look on our map, just to the southwest of where we're at, there's a hill here. You'll
With
also
your
notice,
eyeballs.
if you zoom in, there'll be these little black dots with numbers. They'll say, 88, 87, 88, 91. You guys all see that?
Yep.
So those are hill markers, quote unquote. What that marks the very tip of a hill. So you'll notice if you zoom in, there's a bunch of them. That's because the terrain on top isn't flat, so there's rises and lowers. If you zoom out, you can zoom out pretty far, and you'll see 91 is the only number that will stay as you zoom out. Everybody sees that?
Yep.
So that is hill 91, because 91 is the highest elevation on that hill, period. So that is what you name that hill. So if you ever see a hill, the highest marker on that hill is the number for that hill. Technically, 2 hills can have the same number, but that chance is really low, and I've never noticed it to be an issue. So if somebody says hill 91 and we're standing right here, the nearest hill 91 is that hill right there, so you know what hill they're talking about, right?
Yep.
All right. So next up, we have a ridge. Who can tell me what they think the definition of a ridge is?
It's
Ridge is any sudden change in elevation, up or down. Flat.
A ridge, that would be a cliff, I guess. A ridge, by definition, is just a string of hills. So there's a line of hills that are all in a line. So if you look at the biggest example, if you look to the southeast of the map, where my thing is, you'll notice a bunch of different hill markers here, all in a line, right? So it just continues going up and then maybe back down a little bit and then up again and back down a little bit. So that is a ridge. All right. So then we have saddles. Maybe we could guess what a saddle is.
a depression between 2 hilltops.
Yes, a depression between 2 hilltops, or in a line of a ridge. So if you look at that same ridge I was just talking about, this right here would be a saddle. I also like to call them Pringles because they're shaped like a Pringle. If you guys know what a Pringle is shaped like. So it goes up here and here, but it goes down to the north and the south. These are super useful because if we wanted to cross this ridgeline, instead of going up over the top and skylining ourselves and being visible from literally anywhere, we can go through here and stay in the low ground, right?
I don't see your marker you're pointing at.
Down southeast. So this is the ridge.
Oh,
and
way
this
down,
gap
okay.
right here is the saddle.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. And the last one is depression. Other than what teenagers have, who can tell me what a depression is?
The opposite of a hill is a depression.
The opposite of a hill.
We go down.
Correct. It is a low land with high ground all around it. Now, something that people miss about this one is that, for example, let me find the good one that I know. Where's it at? Go up north. Everybody knows where Oreo Castro is, the castle up in the north.
Yep.
So this right here is technically a valley, right? But it's also a depression. Even though its elevation is 200 meters up, it's a depression because all of the hills around it are higher, right? So depression doesn't have to mean negative terrain. It just has to mean lower than the ground around it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. Those are my 4 major ones that I like to cover. If Campbell has any more terrain features.
Not any interesting ones that I want to talk about. You covered depression, which I was also going to make a depression joke.
Forest?
So forest and wooded areas are definitely important features to be able to kind of read through. However, let's say, for example, you have to take so like you see, the map has green markers where the trees are. You have to take those with a grain of salt because those are not spot on accurate, right? It's just a drawn out map. They're not, there are definitely going to be dense areas outside of that, and there'll be gaps in that area that you just have to kind of figure out when you get there, or if you have some kind of ISR report or something like that. The only other one that's pretty important, not so much in our current campaign, but like just across the board, are know what water looks like. Obviously you know what the ocean looks like, but know where rivers and streams are, and know how deep they are. I can remember at least twice we've had issues where people were like, hey, we can just hike across this little stream, and the river ended up being like 10 feet deep in the middle, and everybody had to swim across it. So, kind of have an idea of what water terrain looks like. Other than that, I've got nothing else for land navigation unless you guys have questions. So, let's go through here. We're going to ask some questions from throughout the night. We're going to see who was paying attention, who remembers. Anyone can answer. I'm not going to, single you guys out. As long as you as a class can answer them fairly consistently, we'll be fine. So, chain of command. Who can tell me what your chain of command is all the way up until, Captain Alexander?
Fire team, lead, squad lead. Then we go up.
Platoon, company, battalion?
Yes, correct. All right, good job. For bonus points, does anybody know what their actual chain of command is? Like the names of the people in their chain of command?
I just know my...
All the way up to Alexander.
Sergeant
Slotted
Perello.
today.
That is incorrect. None of you are in my squad. Yeah, I know most of you guys actually are slotted fairly recently. Sometimes we'll get guys that come in here and they've been in the unit for a while, but most of you guys... Ariaga should know it. Ariaga, what's your chain of command?
Really funny.
On the spot.
Really funny.
Well, let's take a look. I got it open right here. You're in 1-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
Hill.
D. Ariaga. Who's your fire team leader, Ariaga?
Wall.
All right, good job. Who's your squad leader, Ariaga?
Granger.
All right. Do you know your platoon sergeant? Or your platoon leader? Either of them?
Vincent.
No. Try again.
No.
Everyone point and laugh. Everyone point and laugh.
Try again. I'll give you one more guess. Weren't you in 1-4? Before it closed?
I think I was in. I think.
Then he would have been your squad leader.
You would have been your fucking squad leader.
Who was your squad leader before James in 1-4? Do you know?
Oh no, I definitely wasn't in 1-4 then.
Oh, okay, never mind. So it's Harvey is your platoon sergeant for Vulcan platoon. And then Cox is your platoon leader for Vulcan platoon.
Do you know who your platoon... do you know your company first sergeant is? I said his name.
You said his name.
I know.
I'll give you a hint, Ariaga. It's the name you just said.
Vincent.
Yeah?
There you go.
Do you know who the company CO is? I mean, company XO is? He's a very unforgettable man.
He likes to make fart noises.
Cooper.
There you go.
You know what the CO is? He has a TikTok account.
Oh, no.
Alexander.
There you
Yep, very
go.
good.
Good job.
Now, you ready for the hardest one?
Oh
Oh.
god.
Who's the battalion signals officer?
Oh, fuck, don't worry. I would have got that one wrong when I was in first class. I don't even know now, do I?
Fucking man, dude. It's
Oh,
Sandman.
it's
It's
Man.
the boy.
I don't think I've ever talked to Man.
He's fucking great.
I haven't even seen him.
I don't actually.
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
He
I've ever
does,
spoken to him.
you know how the team speak in Perscom run? Him.
No, Cox
Oh.
does the fucking Google Sheets. That man's a fucking wizard.
Cox is a sheet wizard. Sandman is quite literally everything else. And then Thomas just, unbreaks breaking stuff.
Breaks broken stuff. All right.
Breaks broken stuff, yes.
That's good. I like those answers from the first section. Let's move on. Halo jumping. So you're given your number and you're told to get in the bird. What do you do before you actually get in the bird?
Call out
You
the number you were
repeat
getting.
the number.
You repeat your
And then
number.
you
Good
get
job.
I have one.
Okay.
What was the tactic I told you guys about slowing down your airspeed?
Hold S and turn off to one side to bleed airspeed.
Beautiful. Helps every time.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, it's very useful, trust me. Fast roping. What do you not do ever in a bird?
Cut the
Cut
ropes.
Cut ropes.
Beautiful.
Hey, good
Or the
job.
warrants will be pissed.
Yeah,
Pissed is
there
an
will be a
understatement.
there will be an Australian CW5 who comes and cuts your fucking balls off. So let's not do that.
Not good.
Basic convoy ops. What is the main role of the gunner?
Call out contacts and also provide security.
Amazing.
Expression.
Beautiful.
Fucking spot on.
Jesus Christ.
High speeds.
I like
What
that.
What is one type of dismount and its definition?
The soft dismount is everyone except the driver and gunner.
Beautiful.
I had a question about that, actually.
Yeah, shoot.
Who is always the last person to leave?
Driver. Most times. The gunner usually gets out before the driver because the driver will have to maneuver the Vicks and park them. Like at a fucking stop out where you're dropping all your Vicks, your driver's usually going to be the last out because they'll park the Vic and fucking move it over. Usually the driver will be out and gone. Usually the gunner will be out and gone, sorry. Alright, I've got a hard one. Does anybody remember the 5 C's of Ieds?
Oh, fuck.
I
Check.
don't even remember when you were listing them.
I would have got that one wrong when I was an INFT. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Check.
Does anyone remember one of them?
Kablooey.
Check.
Check.
Cordon.
Check. Corden.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Call
Three
out.
more.
Cover.
All-
Control. Control. There you go.
Control, yeah, there's one more.
Call.
Oh,
No.
it's not one.
Fuck.
So
It
what
starts
we
with a
have?
C.
It
Oh,
starts with a
thanks.
C.
Defecate.
What'd you say?
Defecate.
Yes,
What?
very good. No, it's clear.
Clear.
Last one is
Consolidate.
last one is
Consolidate?
clear.
He
And then
does
there's also
defecate.
obviously conservation, which I like to honestly put in there, which I think we should have 60s. So just make sure you
Conservation.
conserve infrastructure.
60s lame.
Yeah, dude, 60s will be fucking confusing. I
60s
think a
is lame
private
as fuck.
zone's out at like 2, so let's not go.
That is absolutely true.
I think that's more fingers than I have, I think. Okay, count
Yeah,
that
that's
high.
why we do 5. They can count on their fingers.
Okay, so there's a 6-digit grid reference, right?
Mhm.
What is the next most specific thing? What is it called?
9
Kilo
line.
buffer keypad.
Yeah, baby. There you go. No, I think we can graduate these guys, bro. I think they're acceptable.
Yeah, that is good shit. All right, well,
Wait, you're supposed to make me
let's-
run around the field too.
No.
We're gonna go.
No,
We're gonna
I just want to do
go
the paperwork and go
take
home.
a picture 'cause Barn will be upsetty spaghetti if we don't take a picture.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I got
Proof that you don't yell
I
at
got the back end
instances.
document. I got the master sheet.
Alright, everyone,
Okay.
scooch in. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna take the
Scooch in,
photo
gather around me,
and
gang.
everyone stay here because
Oh.
I need your names.
I'm gonna be front.
Hey, high speeds.
What is this?
Okay, we'll do it for the picture.
Hold one. I'm doing your job, Mr. Lead Cotter. I don't want to hear it.
What do you mean? I'm getting the first com stuff. Just do the back end stuff.
Everyone, hold on.
I'm doing first com if you want to do the forums.
Very good.
Not the
I'll.
forms,
Are
but-
you pushing awards and everything? I'll do
Yeah. I'm doing
back
all
end on.
first com. You do the fucking master sheet shit.
I'll do back end on master sheet. Amazing. All right, let me change my Let me change my equipment. Oh, you already did. Thank you very much.
You're putting on the fun shit though.
Fine.
Who is that in the back? You fuck. All right, you get one shot. Stand by and picture. All right, that's it. It's done.
Can't we take that?
Nope. Fuck you. You're done.
Nope.
Were my
I
eyes
got
closed?
That sucks. You have glasses on, facial. What the hell?
Alrighty, let's roll through these names. I'm
But
gonna
I have
say
the
your
names all written down.
Oh, you already
Make sure not to put fucking Mr. Private First Class there.
No, alright, I already passed. I know.
Ardog is just being a little
Sequence.
a wiener.
The hell out of my backpack.
Floating 203 technique.
And all your last names is don't know your fucking first name. L. Fraser. L. Fraser, and then finally Mr. S. Gonzalez. Also, Gonzalez, put a dot after your S next time.
Yeah, I was gonna
Alright.
mention that.
I found out you can do burpees.
Actually, those are the shittiest. I love the push-ups in this game because those are the worst push-ups I've ever seen.
They are pretty bad.
Zero,
Alright, back end's done, bro.
zero. What's up?
Back end's done.
Okay, I'm just getting first comes done right now. So,
Are you passing their AABs or do you want me to?
I mean, I have it lined up to do that unless you would like to.
No, take it.
I have INFT and BCT just saved to a notepad where I just copy.
Oh, I
and
do
paste
too,
it.
don't worry. That's why I was gonna open my notes.
Although they always get mad at me because I always spell somebody's name wrong, and like they come freak out because they can't find the guy.
Oh,
And
dude,
I'm like,
when they, because my very last one, Pirello, in my very last training before I left, before I retired, was the one that was right when we split BCT and INFT, like into 2 separate courses. So I taught an INFT as my last course.
oh fuck,
and I
should probably
just
put
like,
the right instructors.
dude, just force a fucking habit, Pirello. I literally just passed squad assignment requests for like a shit ton of PV2.
That's fucking awesome.
And everyone was like, what the fuck? I'm like, whoops, sorry.
That's actually amazing. I love that.
Dude, it was so great. I like went off my shit, dude. I just get a message from Cox, Alexander, like all these fucking people. They're like, why'd you push fucking PAR assignments? I'm like, what? And they're like, why'd you push squad assignment requests for a fucking PV2 with 17 days tick? I'm like, oh.
Dude, my Discord took a dookie. I don't even know what the fuck is the problem. Why is my Discord in full screen? What the fuck? How do I unfull screen my Discord?
F11, man.
Or you press Alt and E at the same time.
A weird number.
Neither of those are doing anything. Alright, that's fuck it, whatever.
Well, you gotta select it first.
Yeah, I've got it selected.
I tried to mimic a smile and I did jack shit.
Okay, fuck it. I don't know what's wrong with my Discord. Did I pushed those correctly? You guys are
Nope, yep, they're correct. I just checked them.
matter.
And
Alright.
then once you guys get PV2, you'll get a cool uniform. And if you want to be really high speed, once you get PV2, go into Tailor Action Request, which you'll get access to, and then just fucking push your own uniform assignment with all your awards and your rank.
With PFC, you can do the exact same thing I do,
I'm gonna forget the whatever the fuck that was.
Complain.
which is make fun of your squad.
Yep. Shit. I don't think we have anything else.
I'll be sure to let Harvey and Cox know that you remember who they were. Alright.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
As long as nobody has any questions. Is anybody planning on staying on the training server to mess around with the kits or anything?
Probably not.
Cool, because
No,
if not, we're
I don't
shutting the
think
bitch
so.
off.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
if
been
not, I'm
up
turning it
for
off,
like 12
so.
hours. So it's getting
Okay.
shut the fuck off.
It's getting turned off. All right. Awesome. I'll see you boys. I'm gonna go turn it off now.
Adios, adios.
Well, let me give this guy morphine.
Oh, fucking hell.